How did I make decisions about my treatment? Well, it was a whirlwind. As anyone knows, it's a gut punch when you hear those words, you have cancer. I was in shock, and it took me a while to accept and clear my head about what I heard. I went on several long walks and thought all the typical thoughts you do when you hear those words. I must say, though, that in my particular journey, my wife had been there to listen, reassure me, and keep me from going off the deep end. So, how specifically did I make treatment decisions? Well, after I got over that initial shock and having a technical project delivery background, I approached it like any problem I had. I researched the heck out of it. Many late nights with Google, the Canadian Cancer Society, and most importantly, Kidney Cancer Canada. I joined the Kidney Cancer Canada Facebook group, read all the documents they had on their site, and they even had a few videos back then as well. And I enjoyed listening to the different experts talk about the kidney cancer journey. So for me, it was pretty fast the first time around. I went from diagnosis, confirmation via CT scan, to biopsies, to partial nephrectomy, all in about 6 weeks. Ultimately, though, it was a shared decision-making process with my surgeon. He did take the time, and he was very patient and answered all my questions. I had lots of questions thanks to the question cheat sheet that Kidney Cancer Canada provide. His answers and recommendations were clear and straightforward and easy to understand. And from my research, they were exactly what I expected, so it was an easy decision to proceed with what he recommended. When my cancer recurred some 15 months later, I was devastated and extremely annoyed, but I was even more educated at this time. By this time, I had time to let it sink in. I had attended several Kidney Cancer Canada coffee chats by this time, and I learned a lot about the journey that others were on and how it compared and contrasted to my own journey. While everyone's journey is unique to them, it's great to connect with people that know, at least in part, what you're going through. You're able to ask questions, to provide your experience back to them, and to talk about the state of the healthcare system throughout our country. I also had a Kidney Cancer Canada virtual national forum under my belt as well, so I learned quite a bit about kidney cancer. I also learned about clinical trials and why or why not they were for me. I learned about the different systemic treatments and, at the time, the lack of proactive or adjuvant therapies available. I was basically better informed. I also learned that it's not a dirty word or taboo to ask for a second opinion, which ultimately, with the help of Kidney Cancer Canada, I was able to get a referral to the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre, where I'm a patient today. So again, when I spoke to my doctor at the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre and he proposed a course of action the second time around, I was expecting it and agreed it was reasonable and the right way to go, and we proceeded with another nephrectomy. Of course, my wife attended all the important meetings with me, took her own notes so that we can compare afterwards. She and my family were there and are there, keeping me sane and keeping my feet on the ground. So my advice to you is to engage whatever support system you can at home, study the heck out of this disease and what's most relevant to your particular case. Thanks to Kidney Cancer Canada for that. And most importantly, go what feels right for you and advocate for yourself.